process, legal frameworks to deal with if you found, with your development, if you found something, human is there, how to deal with it. That is my understanding.
That's 100%. Yeah, that's 100% correct, Your Excellency. So our teams, our archaeological team, has looked at the site, and we think there's a very low probability that there was ever a burial, that this area was ever used for the burial of remains of communities that used to live here in the past. We don't believe that this was used at all for any of the burial from the early genocide in the early 1900s. So either linked to the genocide or before that, all the data that we have suggests that this was never, this particular location where we're located now was never used as a burial site for traditional people who existed in this area. And then, as you correctly point out, if we are wrong and we start doing work, there's procedures to ensure that if we come across human remains, there's an intervention process where the whole production, the whole construction will stop while we send in a team of specialists to evaluate it, ensure that we identify the extent of the remains that do exist, to be able to remove them and appropriately rebury them in the appropriate way. Like I pointed out to you, just on the other side of the railway line, I didn't realize that you were actually at the commemoration of that when they reburied those bones. But just on the other side of the railway line, next to the sign for Diaz Point, there is actually a memorial for some of the remains that were identified linked to Shark Island.